Alright, the next drawing we're going to do is ISO Basic 5. This is the most difficult of the ISO Basics, but since you've already watched other videos, I should be able to move through it a little bit quicker. So as we've done with other shapes, we're going to open Inventor. We're going to go and create a new standard IPT. Once we're in our new standard IPT, we're going to start 2D Sketch, and we are going to select the XY plane. Now, just like many of the other blocks we've done on this sheet, the fifth ISO block is another 9x6 to start with. And we could even cut some of that out at the beginning, which I think I'm going to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by drawing a rectangle and dimensioning it. So we're going to do rectangle, and then we're going to dimension it to be 9. And remember, if after you dimension it disappears, you can click on front. So we're going to dimension it to be 9x6. Once you get it dimensioned to be 9x6, we're then going to put 2 rectangles in the corners. So you do want to get that green dot here. You see that green dot? So you're going to draw 1. And then this second one, we're going to get the green dot on it right here, showing that it's in the center, and 2. You did not want to get a green dot on the side here. That would have been bad. We're going to dimension this rectangle to be 2x2. And this one to be 2 by 1, which it's going to be 1 by default. So we got 2 this way, 2 this way. Let's see if I can drag it up top. So the top one is 2 by 2, and the side one is 2, and if we snap to the green dot, that means this is 1. But if you didn't get that, you can make that 1. Shouldn't be necessary though. Going to hit Finish Sketch. If it goes out of view, we're going to go up to our cube, hit the home, and we are going to extrude it by clicking just this part. We do not want to click either of these 2 boxes. So we're just going to click here, and we're going to extrude it to 6. Alright. So that gives us all of the back piece and all the front. We've got to do 2 more extrusions to finish this off. So the first thing we're going to do is go back and cut this section out. So back in Inventor, we're going to create a 2D sketch on the front. If that pops up for you, I'm going to go back and do that again. So if you get that, ever where you're doing a 2D sketch on something, and this comes up, it's so you can do an offset. Like if we wanted to do an offset and do the sketch in front of the drawing. Not necessarily though. So just click OK if that ever happens to you. So we're going to draw 2 boxes, one on the top edge going this way, and then one on the bottom corner that connects to it. And we need a couple dimensions. So the first dimension we need is from here to here. That needs to be 1 inch. The second dimension we need is from here to here on the top box. And that dimension is 2 inches. So 2. And this whole thing should be, if we get the whole line, it should be 8. Now on the bottom box, if we go back, we need to do 1, 2, 3. And then it's just going to connect to the top box. So the only dimension we need is from here to here. We need this to be 3. Okay, nice and easy. Hit Finish Sketch. Going to go to Extrude, and we're going to select both of those boxes we're going to switch from join to cut, and then we're going to have it cut in 4. So we're going to have it cut in 4. And to finish this one off, we're going to go to the front view again. And we're going to draw 2 rectangles again, same procedure. So down here on this line right here, we're going to draw a rectangle. And then on this line right here, we're going to draw a rectangle again. So that's our 2 rectangles. And we got to go get our dimensions. So it's going to be 1 inch thick on the top rectangle. So from here to here, whoa, having a glitch. Okay, there we go. It's going to be 1 inch. And then from the edge, it's going to be 2 away. So from here to here, it's going to be 2. And then the bottom section is going to be 2 inches thick. So this one will be 2. And if it does this, see how it did this on mine? Where I moved it away from that edge? That's not good. Because we need it to be between this line and the edge. We need that to be 0. So that's because mine didn't snap. You may not have to do that, but you have to be aware it can happen. So I finished that off. I'm going to go back to extrude. I'm going to select them both. And then I'm going to count how many I extrude them. I'm going to extrude them 1, 2, 3. So we're going to extrude 3. And in that extrusion, we are going to cut. Yeah, see, since I changed the number first, it's still sticking out. If you ever get a situation like this, you're going to switch direction from 1 to 2. See how it gives you the preview? That's what you want it to look like. So we're cutting 3 this way. We're going to accept that, and that is how you draw ISOBlock 5. Go and save it as ISO Basic 5, and you'll be good.